Alright, so in this problem, I have 2 to the power of x minus 1 plus 2 to the power of x minus 2 plus 2 to the power of x minus 3 is equal to 448. So now if I have a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So in this case, I have m here, this is equal to x, and n is equal to negative 1 for 2 to the power of x minus 1. So that's going to turn into 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of negative 1. Now I have this plus 2 to the power of x minus 2. That's going to equal 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of negative 2. And 2 to the power of x minus 3, that's going to equal 2 to the power of x times 2 to the power of negative 3. Now I have this is equal to 448. Now 2 to the power of negative 1, that's the same thing as 1 over 2, which is, now if I multiply that by 2 to the power of x, I get 2 to the power of x over 2. Now I have this plus 2 to the power of x over 2 squared plus 2 to the power of x over 2 to the power of 3, and this is equal to 448. Now if I factor out 2 to the power of x, I get 2 to the power of x times 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 squared plus 1 over 2 to the power of 3. This is equal to 448. Now this is equal to 1/2 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. This is equal to 448. Now 1/2 plus 1/4, that's going to be 6 over 8, which is equal to 3 over 4. And 3 over 4 plus 1/8, that's going to be 7 over 8. So now I have 7 over 8 times 2 to the power of x is equal to 448. Now we want to isolate 2 to the power of x, so I'm going to divide both sides by 7 over 8. So these two cancel out, and I get 2 to the power of x is equal to 448 times 8 over 7. Now, 448 times 8, that's equal to 3,584. Now I have this over 7, which is equal to 512. So I have 2 to the power of x equals 512, meaning x is equal to 9. Alright, so in this problem, I have x to the power of 4 minus 9 is equal to 0. So I'm going to first start by rewriting x to the power of 4 as x to the power of 2 times 2. And now I have this minus 9 is equal to 0. So if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So x to the power of 2 times 2, that's going to equal x to the power of 2 to the power of 2 minus 9 is equal to 0. Now I'm going to rewrite negative 9 here as negative 3 squared. And if I have something in the form a squared minus b squared, this is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So in this case, a is equal to x squared and b is equal to 3. So now I'm going to be left with x squared plus 3 times x squared minus 3 is equal to 0. So now this is going to give me two equations. I get x squared plus 3 is equal to 0, and I get x squared minus 3 is equal to 0. So for x squared plus 3 equals 0, I can subtract 3 on both sides. So I get x squared is equal to negative 3. And now I'm going to take the square root on both sides. The square root of x squared is x, and the square root of negative 3, that's going to equal the square root of 3 times the square root of negative 1. And if you guys already know, the square root of negative 1 is equal to I. So I get x is equal to positive negative square root of 3i. Now for x squared minus 3 equals 0, this is much simpler than the other one. All I have to do is add 3 on both sides. And I get x squared is equal to 3. And now, if I take the square root on both sides, the square root of x squared is x. So I get x is equal to positive or negative square root of 3. Alright, so in this problem, I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 times 16 to the power of x is equal to 64. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by rewriting 16 as 4 squared. So now I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 times 4 squared to the power of x is equal to 64. And now, because these two have the same bases, if I have something in the form a to the power of m times a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m plus n. And 4 to the power of 2 to the power of x, that's going to equal 4 to the power of 2 times x, or 4 to the power of 2x. So I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 plus 2x is equal to 64. And now 64, that's equal to 4 to the power of 3. So now I have 4 to the power of x minus 3 plus 2x is equal to 4 to the power of 3. And now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So in this case, x minus 3 plus 2x is equal to 3. So now to simplify this, we just combine like terms. X plus 2x, that's going to be 3x, so I have 3x minus 3 is equal to 3. And now I'm going to add 3 on both sides. So I get 3x is equal to 6, and if I divide both sides by 3, I get x is equal to 6 divided by 3, which is 2. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be solving the problem 7 to the power of 100 minus 7 to the power of 97. So, for my solution, I'm going to rewrite my problem right here. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite 100 as 97 plus 3. So I get 7 to the power of 97 plus 3 minus 7 to the power of 97. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So 7 to the power of 97 plus 3 is going to equal 7 to the power of 97 times 7 to the power of 3. And I have this minus 7 to the power of 97. Now from here, notice how both of my terms have 7 to the power of 97 in them. So I can simply factor out 7 to the power of 97, and I get 7 to the power of 97 times 7 to the power of 3 minus 1. And 7 to the power of 3 minus 1 is, well, 7 to the power of 3 is 343. So I get 343 minus 1, which is equal to 342. So I get 7 to the power of 97 times 342. So this is my answer in simplest form.